Welcome, everyone. The ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this. The battle for the national championship and college football immortality. A moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, a crew looking to make a strong statement. Taking on a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
First and 10.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Getting set. Here's second down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
In his opening possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the pass is complete to the tight end.
Complete.
Just good enough for a first down.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get to third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Play action here on first down. The pass rush closing in. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Third down coming up after that running play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down. Decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Makes a quick grab. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a fourth down conversion with that pass.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He'll be stopped for a loss on the play. The defense all over the option that time. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch is made down the middle. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
The spin move. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
Well, this is what the offensive coordinator told us yesterday, Chris, in our production meeting. They thought they had an advantage up front with the line of scrimmage, and on this opening drive, we continue to see the offensive line and this back putting up positive yards.
They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. The defense able to stop him at the 2.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Single back, takes the handoff. Who says he needs explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. First down here for this offense. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They'll try to run it with the option. Pitch to the back. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
The Canes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. Big play. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 35.
Well, a nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
Running back grabs it on the screen. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. I know the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Hurricanes will look to convert here on 4th down. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it near the end zone. He make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
The Hurricanes trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
2nd down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Play action fake, looking to throw. The pass is intercepted. Short return tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the offense trots back out on the field again. It's a draw to the back. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
For the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Trying the old counter play here. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage here. That's going to bring up a 3rd down play for this offense. And, hey, I know it's the first half. But the way this defense is playing and the fact that they have a nice lead, this is an important 3rd down to try to convert here.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Press coverage now from the secondary. Close to the tight end. And is intercepted. Going the other way. Can they catch him?
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. The Canes are going to cash in here in the red zone. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. On the move. Can they catch him? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! Wow, kick return for a touchdown in the national championship game. This place has come unhinged.
You know, we get so caught up in offense and defense, sometimes people like to overlook the importance of special teams. Here's a great reminder. Big-time blocks up front, and the speed of the return man, he takes it all the way to the end zone.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They got off to a slow start, but they have been clicking lately. Can they build on this lead now in the second quarter? Looking to throw it on 1st down. Contact as he let the ball go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? A pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Now the 40. Inside the 20. Huge play. Moves the ball down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Receiver in motion now. Also out of bounds, close to the end zone. And the Canes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown for the U.
Hey, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
And the PAT makes it a 15-point lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he gets it out to the 28, tackled right there. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. They'll try and run it with the fullback. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And here comes a deep shot. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Can he take it all the way? And that's a solid return after the interception.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Handoff to the single back. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James, Frank Gore, and Willis McGahee, and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. And right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
1st and 10 now for the offense. They'll try the option play here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Second down after that previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Canes come to the line in a hurry up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Yeah, I really like the idea on 3rd down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down. Sometimes that can work out. But the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he lofts it deep over the middle. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and short, the offense coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here, just not able to hit it.
Here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Wasn't alert enough, didn't get the playoff. That'll cost them 5 yards. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Can you believe it? Another delay of game penalty on this drive. Wow. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Looking to pass here. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's got some space. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
The quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch play to the back. Finding space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Heads up, 1st snap in the red zone on this drive. Makes a quick catch. Running with purpose. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
1st and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. They'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. It's a quick grab.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The offense is out there. Here comes a two-point conversion attempt. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll make it into the end zone. They tack on two more just before the break here. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. First half clock with just 7 seconds remaining for this first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. Tried for a big play there as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Now rolling out to his left. He's going to take off here. No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The Hurricanes with 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff. stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. The Hurricanes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On third down, he drops to throw. Dump ball's caught by the running back. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making a tackle short of the first down.
So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And that one is no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Here's the first play of the drive. It started at the 28. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Receiver makes the grab inside the 15.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. You get the right guy in that slot. They can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Miami offense is back on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Ball handed off. He shreds the tackle. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And the freshman making an impact play there.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for his big tight end. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. Here's a carry for the fullback. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. Might have thought they could catch the defense off guard by running the fullback there, but they were all over it.
Yeah, that's a great job by this defense of just showing their instincts and awareness here. Like you said, not being fooled at all. They slip it to the fullback, and he doesn't get any yards at all. In fact, he goes backwards. Good job by the D.
Here's the second down play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They're going to run it. Makes a nice move there. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Now it's second down here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Off play action. He's looking to throw. And he finds the running back in the flat. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Nice drive going here, but now it's third down and long. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Pass caught. Can he get in? Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
And the fullback takes a turn running the football and brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Second and goal for the offense. And the quarterback will just sneak it here. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
They're setting out to try the PAT. The extra point is good. Back in front of this shootout, 35-28. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Play action fake. Looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And the pass is incomplete on the final play of this quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. And the interception taken to the house, a pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. They're going to run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. No huddle here for the offense.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the attempted trickery, backfires, and now it's 4th down. So no hesitation. The offense is on the field to go for it here. It's a crucial play. Trying for a 4th down completion. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game.
Wow, Chris, I don't know. You got control of this game, and you go for it here? A little bit confusing. Why even allow your opponent any chance of anything? Finish out the win and just punt it away.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Caught quickly. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
They get some positive yards in the opening play of this drive. They need 2 touchdowns. So anything to move them closer to that first touchdown is always going to be good.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. This one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And it's picked off in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Receiver makes the grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Second down after that short completion. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. They'll run it here. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Punt team ready to boot it away. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. Important second down play coming up. Now the handoff. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a 2-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff again. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
Looking to pass this time. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the 2nd sack in this game.
4th down, looking to throw for it. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
Well, down lead in this football game by more than a possession. They obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Third down here, time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Shotgun formation here on third down. Looks to the left, pass caught. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs. First down here for this offense. Takes the ball and heads to the left.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And the quarterback can't even get the pitch off. That play goes nowhere. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.